Yo, what's going on, guys? They're gonna be talking about the classic. Our Lakers, they just picked up a big win against the Thunder, and we went to ESPN to see what they were talking about, and we saw a lot of disrespect, which is what we expected this one for the Lakers.
Obviously, we know that they're just talking about them for views because that's the only thing that gives them views nowadays is the Lakers, especially on ESPN, especially Stephen A. Smith. I feel like he's been a big Lakers / LeBron hater, although he doesn't want to admit it.
One of the funniest things that they keep talking about how we shouldn't give the Lakers any mind, that the Lakers are not worth talking about. Yeah, you're talking about them every single day.
Every single day.
So what we decided to do is kind of mention some of the biggest criticisms that have been thrown their way, and kind of give our point of view on it. Some of them are valid, but some of them are just fed up ridiculous, like I was saying. So let's get to the first point.
One of the biggest criticisms that the Lakers have been getting is that people are not giving LeBron and AD the same benefit of the doubt as other superstars, and more specifically Stephen Curry.
For example, bro, something that I always hear is, oh, you can't count out the Golden State Warriors because they have Stephen Curry. All right. That is true to some degree, but why don't people keep that same energy for LeBron? Yes, LeBron is older, but LeBron, bro, he's still on that superstar level. He is somebody that we're talking about a playoff experience. That's number one. That's number one all time. And then you have AD, a guy who, yeah, you can talk about the inconsistency at times, but AD is a great playoff player. He's a champion. Even with the Pelicans back then, he was balling out every single year in the playoffs. So I don't know where this lack of respect for two superstars. They always talking about, at the end of the day, talent is what matters most. And LeBron AD, that's already like more talent than most teams in the NBA.
Yeah, those are two top 10 players. The Warriors don't have that. They really just have one, especially with the slippage that we've seen from Klay. Obviously, Wiggins hasn't been what he's supposed to be. And obviously, Draymond's never really been that guy. He's just been a nice little connective piece. Going back to the point that you said about AD. Yes, AD doesn't bring it every single night on offense, but he does bring it on defense. Something that really bothers me about this, too, is that overall, I think the supporting cast for the Lakers is way better than it is for the Warriors.
And even other teams in the West as well.
Exactly. So, giving a team like the Golden State Warriors such a huge benefit of the doubt is really frustrating, especially as Laker fans, because they're simply not getting that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, man. The next thing we're gonna talk about is, let's start pretending like teams like the Thunder, the Pelicans, and Timberwolves have a real shot to beat the Lakers or even win a championship. Today and on First Take, they were talking about the Lakers beating the Thunder, and all I heard was excuses. They were talking about second out of a back-to-back, the Thunder were missing shots. In order to fight the Lakers at 3-1 against them.
Actually, the greatest team since the 1996 Bulls, in second night of a back-to-back is actually the Thunder this year, the 2023-2024 Thunder. They're at +9 offensively against their opponent on a second night of a back-to-back. They're a young team, which makes a lot of sense. They really don't have any veterans, especially in the starting lineup. That's a team that them playing on a back-to-back shouldn't matter at all, especially if that back-to-back is so late at night. And especially since they played the Suns, which is right next to LA, and it was a really late game.
And honestly, I can say the same about the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I give them a bit more credit just because they do present more matchup problems against teams like the Lakers and even other teams.
They're one of the 10 worst clutch shooting teams in the NBA, and we see it with Anthony Edwards. He makes a lot of mistakes in the clutch, and that's something you just can't ignore.
At the end of the day, Anthony Edwards is their best player, and I just think he's not there yet to be the best player on the championship team. And then we got to start talking about all the injuries that the Lakers have faced. People are ignoring it because LeBron and AD, yes, they've been super healthy this year compared to other years. But this team was built so LeBron and AD could take that backseat. Yeah. So they didn't have to be the best every single night. Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, who was the Lakers' biggest offseason signing, has played 3 games this year.
Yeah, and we can go down the line. Cam Reddish, Max Christie, etc. Now, Christian Wood out for 2 weeks. The injuries pile on and on and on, and it's to a bunch of our role players. And that's caused another big criticism that the Lakers have been having, which is their lack of defense. I saw that Stephen A. Smith were saying, I don't trust their defense, this, and that. They're in the 20s in defensive rating. We saw that when the Lakers were healthy. In the in-season tournament, they were looking like the best defensive team in the NBA. But what's really frustrating is that people keep talking about the Lakers being bad defensively, but they're ignoring the fact that Vandal has been injured, our best perimeter defender, our second best defender, our most versatile defender. Gabe Vincent, who's that point guard defender that's supposed to step up when D'Lo's struggling on defense, he's been out basically the whole season. Cam Reddish, right before the break when we really started slipping on defense, he was out. Even Max Christie was out. We're talking about our best defenders all out, leading to us starting more offensive players, which that has caused the dip in defense. Because obviously we know LeBron is not the defender that he used to be.
He could be at times.
He could be at times. He's just not going to do it all the time. And obviously D'Lo and Austin aren't the best. Neither is Rui or Torian.
Yeah, but talking about D'Lo and Austin, 2 players that for their own reasons have got a lot of criticism. Trevor Lane from Lakers Nation was talking about. Austin Reeves has gotten a lot of hate. And I think it's one of those situations that people jump the gun. People are talking about him like an all-star player. And even I have to blame myself a bit for that. I was a bit too excited for him this year. But if you look at the stats, he has played super shit. I'm talking about a guy, yes, he started the season struggling, but recently he's been shooting 40% from 3 again.
He's just being the consistent player that we really expected. And
D'Lo, bro.
The other guy that we got to shout out, man, I just want to give you guys some of his stats. I just want to name him out. I'm going to put it here,
There's somebody that we got to give all the flowers in the world.
D'Angelo Russell's last 23 games, he's averaging 23 points per game, 6.5 assists, 1 steal a game, shooting 47% from the field, 85% from the free throw line, and he's shooting a whopping 44.4% from 3 on 9 attempts per game. He's absolutely balling, and he's really the X factor for the Lakers, and we got to give him a huge shout out because he is damn near the biggest reason why the Lakers are actually number 2 in offense, which is crazy because we never really think about the Lakers as an offensive team, but they're actually number 2 in the past few games.
The thing is, like, it makes sense when you think about it. You have LeBron. Yeah. We know how good of an offensive player he is. You have AD when he has a role in one of the best offensive big men. And then you have D'Lo and Austin, who everybody focusing on defense. But you're talking about 2 guys who can make shots from anywhere. And D'Lo, bro, one of the best shooters in the NBA this year. Like I was saying, D'Lo can really be a difference between us making it to a finals. It's to that point. I'm not gonna go ahead and make excuses, but bro, this team on paper and on the court with the eye test is the second best team in the West. That's the next thing we gotta talk about. Besides the Nuggets, I can't confidently say any team's gonna beat them. Yes, we're gonna talk about the Suns and the Clippers. I gotta give them a chance. I think it'll be a close series, but we can't confidently say that the Clippers and Suns are gonna beat them.
Yes, I know that the record, they keep going back from 9th to 10th in the NBA. But I think people gotta take a step back and add context, which is something that a lot of people never do. When the season started, it kind of took us a second to really get going. But once the in-season tournament started kicking around, we looked great. We looked like one of the best teams in the NBA. We literally won the in-season tournament, like straight up. And then after that,
Darvin Ham like lost his mind.
Yeah, but other than that, but we just had that one little month spurt that really kind of destroyed the season in the way of the standings because it really made us like just fall hard as hell. And since the West is so good, it's been hard for us to climb. But we've been playing unbelievable the last few games.
I was telling Ali, we're 6-2 against the Clippers and the Thunder. 2 teams that people have been glazing. Whatever, for good reason. They've been playing really good. We have beat them six times. We just want to focus on the Nuggets. Oh my gosh, you guys can beat the Nuggets. You guys can beat the Nuggets. And yes, sure. I am scared of the Nuggets. I just am. But at the end of the day, if we get to face them healthy in the playoffs, not that I'll put money on LeBron AD to win, but I can't count them out, bro.
I don't need ESPN. I don't need the media. I don't need the fans to say that the Lakers are the best team in the NBA. I just want people to look at them at the same value that they look at the Suns. Because people are glazing the Suns.
Dude, if you look at the standings, the Suns are not that far. Yeah. It's like 2 games difference.
Even the Warriors, bro. The amount of love that the Warriors have gotten over the Lakers, to me, is unbelievable. Like, come on, it's ridiculous, bro. All I want is just for people to finally just give them some respect. To me, they're not the favorites either. I still got the Nuggets.
Of course.
Give them the respect that they really deserve because I do think they've been balling.
If you're a fan of a team in the West, you can't look at me in the eyes and tell me, oh, yes, let me get the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah.
You're just not. The 2 biggest things that I could see making us lose is Darvin Ham, number 1. You know, Darvin Ham dominator takes all the spots because, like we were talking earlier, probably the reason that we are this low in the standings, I put it almost 100% on him.
Yeah, I agree.
And injuries, because injuries, like we were saying, have also messed up the year, and they could always happen. I'm not going with that they don't.
Especially with LeBron and AD, they've been super healthy this year.
They've been super healthy. Let's just keep praying that LeBron's ankle doesn't come back up and AD is able to. Shout out to AD, bro. AD has been super consistent this year overall. But yeah, man, bearing injuries and bearing Darvin Ham not shooting himself in the foot, the Lakers have a chance to make it back to conference finals unless they play Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then if they go against the Nuggets, bro, it is what it is, bro. You just go out there and try your best. At the end of the day, if you lose to the best team in the NBA and the Nuggets, what are you going to say, bro?
Exactly.
You still had a great year.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Give us your thoughts on the Lakers. Do you guys believe they're contenders? Do you guys believe they're one of the best teams in the NBA? Or do you guys believe in what the media says and don't really give them the respect that we think they deserve? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Peace out.
Peace out.